And just looking at SD Works today and looking at Anna van der Breggen in the team car, who of course won this race in 2018. But we started the day saying, how do we beat SD Works? But again, tactically, and as we were coming into the real, the real nitty gritty of the race, we were saying SD Works are nowhere. And then all of a sudden, we had 3 riders in the break. Yeah,
they were in the right place at the right time. They weren't getting caught up doing too much early work, and they were letting other teams and other riders go on the attack, make the race. We had that break of 3 riders at one point. Ali Wollaston, of course, being the first one that was solo for a good 30+ kilometres. But they weren't panicking, they weren't chasing down, they were letting the other teams, do the racing there. Then as soon as we came to the Koppenberg, which is of course one of the really key climbs in this race, suddenly there they were, Marlon Reusser, Lotte Kopecky, did exactly what they needed to do, and the race was completely split to bits.
We have had, if we look back through the World Tour so far this season, we have had a really good mix of teams and riders, though. I mean, we started off down under with Grace Brown winning that, Lois Aragast and Cadel Evans. We went to UAE Tour, Elisa Longo-Borghini won that overall. Lotte Kopecky, we came back, Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, Demi Vollering in Strade Bianchi, Lorena Wiebes at Ronde van Drenthe, Shirin van Anrooy at Trofeo Alfredo Binder, Pfeiffer Georgi at Brugge de Panne, and then Marlon Reusser at Gent-Wevelgem. But they really are, the specialist in these classics.
Yeah, well, 9 different winners there out of those races that you just named, which again is testament to the strength and depth of women's peloton at the moment, although Lotte Kopecky here about to add her name for a second time to that list of World Tour wins this season. But yeah, you're right, across different teams as well, and again, that's kept it really interesting. And SD Works have been the team that everyone has been naming coming into this, but there have been other teams that have definitely had their chance this season. I think Pfeiffer Georgi was a real standout win for me at Brugge de Panne, and the confidence that would have given her to have taken that victory solo. But yeah, it is, like you say, the tactics of SD Works, the strength and depth of their team, and also the unknown for the other teams, not knowing who they're going to be working for, because it could be one of any number of riders, because they are all so strong. You're never 100% certain who is the protected rider and who's going to be the one going for it when it matters.
And this is going to be the 6th victory for the various inceptions of this team.
Yeah, so previously, when called Boels Dolmans, this team have already had 5 victories over the last over all of the editions of the Women's Tour of Flanders. Now about to make that 6th victories. This is, of course, the same team, but having different names from different sponsors over the years. But Danny Stam's been a consistent DS of that team. Anna van der Breggen now, as well, of course, is one of the DSs that we just saw a shot of in that team car. So, I mean, what a rider to have, or ex-rider to have, giving you instructions from the team car in this situation.
Back to our chasers, Shirin van Anrooy with Demi Vollering locked on the wheel. Kasia Niewiadoma, Juliette Labuse, Silvia Persico, Marlon Reusser and Elisa Longo-Borghini, but 46 seconds with 2.2 kilometers to go. Last year, she came in and it was a massive lead out from Chantal van den Broek-Black. Annemiek van Vleuten launched first, and Lotte was making no mistake at all. You can never underestimate Annemiek van Vleuten in a sprint, but this coming in solo is special. This is different for her.
Yeah, well, she just continues to get stronger, it seems. She already had some massive wins last season, as you mentioned, but then coming in this year, going solo, like you said, for so long and looking so strong, just riding everybody else off her wheel. She's not even been attacking from that breakaway and deliberately trying to get rid of the other riders. And it was Persico who lasted the longest, but she just rode away on that cobble climb. And here she is solo, looking completely composed, completely in control. Just over a mile to go of this race. And she's got 46, almost a minute gap.
And it's hard to imagine the amount of effort and work that's gone into being able to hit these climbs in the manner that she's hit them today.
Oh, absolutely. It's all those hours on the road over the winter, all those base miles, but also all that time in the gym. And as Danny was mentioning, she's also a really strong track rider, as you mentioned, already a European title to her name just in February in Grenchen. And just seeing a bit of a move potentially here from Shirin van Anrooy, and Demi Vollering just closing that gap there.
Big look across from Vollering to Reusser there almost as they came in.
Who's going to be the one to do the work? But Yeah, we'll see what happens in this sprint behind, because of course Vollering has been able to have that easier ride throughout the race, she's had to follow all these moves. It's not been easy. Nice little fist pump there from Kopecky.
What a moment. She's under the Flamme Rouge, and now is the time where she'll be able to start enjoying this. This is going to be quite a sprint from this group behind. Van Anrooy and Longo Borghini topping and tailing the group. Will Longo Borghini potentially launch one from the back of the group, or will she have confidence in her sprint? The crowds, though, here at the finish, you can see the group in the background. Kopecky is going to do it yet again. You've got to say, she is fast becoming the queen of the classics. This is going to be victory number 25. And this is going to be her second victory in a row in the Ronde van Vlaanderen. Expect the celebrations to be huge yet again for Lotte Kopecky. She takes another look back over the shoulder. She's almost got that look of disbelief. The confidence, though, for Lotte Kopecky. She's going to enjoy this moment. It's another win for Belgium, 2 in a row for Lotte Kopecky and Team SD Works. Takes a moment to sit up, get prepared for the victory salutes. Lotte Kopecky, 2 from 2. A double winner adds her name to a very special list of riders that have done it twice in their career, and given the way Kopecky is riding, we don't expect it to be the last. Reuser leading out now, this chasing group. Longo Borghini locked on the wheel, Vollering right behind her. Persico trying to get ready for the sprint. Nuvia Doma is there. This group are now going to try and prevent SD Works from doing 1, 2, 3, or getting 2 riders on the podium, but it's Longo Borghini trying to find that sprint. Persico coming through, Vollering is there. Vollering comes through, makes it a 1-2 for Team SD Works. They did everything that they could to try and prevent it, but yet again, what a team, what a ride.
Exactly, what a team, as you say, Marty. SD Works came into this race as the big favourite. It was the team everybody was talking about. We were talking about various different riders and who was going to be able to be the team leader today, who was going to be able to get the win. And it is this woman here, Lotte Kopecky, that was in a class of her own. On those cobbles, on those climbs, looking absolutely incredible, riding away from everybody else. And then her teammate, Demi Vollering, coming through there to take the sprint win for second place on the line from that chase group.
Vollering and Reuser just controlled that group absolutely perfectly, didn't they?
Yeah, they did everything right. There was 2 of them there. They could follow all the moves, so the onus wasn't just on the one rider to try and chase everything. So strong position to be in when you've got the 2 of you. And delight there for Vollering to take second place. Take a podium position at Tour of Flanders is a huge result for anybody in their own right, but then a 1-2 for SD Works as well. Tactical masterpiece once again.
Go with that, and I come quick, okay?
And looking ahead to Paris-Roubaix, if that Paris-Roubaix is her big target of the season, given that today, I think Paris-Roubaix next Saturday is going to be something special.
Oh, I completely agree. I think it's going to be something special. Whatever happens, it's one of the newer races on the calendar. Again, it's a race everybody wants to win, because so few riders have been able to have the bragging rights that is on their palmares, because it is so new. People want to be able to, especially towards the end of their career, try and add that one. Just seeing Anna Henderson here for Jumbo-Visma, ridden really well throughout this race, just losing contact with that chase group towards the end.
So Anna Henderson comes home. You can see the groups in the background. What a day of drama we have had here in the Ronde van Vlaanderen. It never disappoints, this race. It has given us another vintage edition, I think we could call that, of the Tour of Flanders.